Good evening, dear friends. This is Radhika Chopra. Thank you so much for joining in today for my first interview. And this time it is with Mr. William Lawrence, who is an astrologer. Hi, thank you so much for joining in, Amrita. Always a pleasure to have you on almost all my live videos. So thank you so much for all your support. Today, I have come on 5 minutes early just to get a technical, sort of understanding of how to do this live video, because this is the first time I am having a guest. So I'm just going to wait for him to send me a request to join the video. But before, hi Vidhi, thank you so much for joining in. So before I have him on board, a little bit about what we are doing today and why have I invited him. As so many of you know that I have been really a student, a seeker, and from that place sharing what I know, basically with what's helped me and what can help people. So in that way, I have been a coach, a mentor, as well as I have been practicing blueprint numerology for many years, as well as teaching that subject. It's something very dear to my heart because the understanding of the cosmos and all of life is the deeper understanding of ourselves. And the more we understand ourselves deeply, not at just a personality level, the more we evolve, the more we grow, and the more holistic our life experience becomes. So I have been interested in the subject of jyotish. I think I will never really call myself a jyotish or an astrologer. I think you're always a student of this vast and deep subject. So I know very little about it, but whatever I know has fascinated me, and it can, it just it's one of the most beautiful subjects. And I know a lot of people wonder whether it is just some hocus pocus folklore, or is it really scientific. So in my understanding, jyotish is something that comes from the Vedas. So it is very ancient. It is one of the most, well, I'm biased, beautiful subjects. And Mr. William Lawrence, I'm going to add you in just a minute, just to give a little intro to people before I introduce you. So this subject is very dear to my heart. It's very fascinating because it's a lot about astronomy. So as a little child, have you ever had an experience of, say, lying in your bed at night and looking at the stars and then going into a space of wonder? What is it? And what do these stars mean? I think when we start looking at the skies and the stars and the constellations beyond, we have, and although we are looking so far out and so wide out is our vision, we are also looking so deep within us. So that's a little bit, I can go on and on about how I feel about the subject. But today I'm introducing to you a gentleman I came across who I have loved his work, what he teaches, his depth of knowledge, whatever I've known of him. And I thought, well, we have an eclipse coming up on the 30th of November. And why not bring in someone who can talk to us a little bit about the eclipse. It is an astronomical phenomena, but what is it beyond that? So I am going to, Mr. Lawrence, could you send me a request again and I can get you back, get you into the live video? Let me see. I'm obviously not good at this stuff. Mr. Lawrence, can you send me a request? Because I don't, oh, okay, wait. I think I can add him now. Mr. Lawrence, can you, there he is. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, so I had a little chat with people introducing, well, I didn't introduce you, except my meeting with you and how I came across you, and as well as my fascination and interest in the subject of jyotish. So, welcome to this live video.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I've been very fascinated with this phenomena of eclipse and reading about it, listening to what it means. And I know it's an astronomical phenomena, but it has some impact from the astrological point of view. So, could you tell us a little bit about that?
So this is a very special eclipse. I think fourth in the year, and the first eclipse following in Taurus. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll explain to you like this. Rahu Ketu enters a sign. It is in a sign for 18 months, and it gets triggered when the sun and moon conjoins it, or there's an opposition between sun and moon, which is during the full moon and the new moon.
Mm-hmm.
Major transformation, major changes happened to the world globally and to the person individually during approximately there is a four eclipse during this 18 months, and for each people it has a different impact.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a lunar eclipse is about an internalization, is about the emotion involved,
Mm-hmm.
a lot about yourself, a self discovery about yourself. Mostly people who are